Happiness comes from within. Happiness is not about what happens to us but how we choose to respond. Many people believe that joy comes from wealth, success, or external achievements, but true happiness starts from within. Life is full of ups and downs. Some days bring joy while others bring challenges. However, those who find lasting happiness understand that their mindset plays a crucial role in their well-being. An old lady in a small village embodied this wisdom. She had faced great sorrow, losing her husband when they couldn't afford his medicine. Grief overwhelmed her, and she thought happiness would never return. But over time, she realized that being sad forever wouldn't change the past. Instead of letting tragedy define her, she made a choice to find something good in each day, no matter how small. Each morning she reminded herself, "Today is a new day, and I will find something to be happy about." Whether it was the warmth of the sun, the laughter of a child, or the presence of a friend, she trained herself to see the beauty in life. She understood that external events are temporary, but her attitude determines her happiness. When a young man asked her secret, she shared her wisdom. Happiness is a choice. If you focus on what's wrong, you will always feel unhappy. But if you look for the good, even in hard times, you will find peace. Inspired by her words, he began practicing gratitude, and his life changed. Happiness doesn't come from perfect circumstances. It comes from within. No matter what life brings, we have the power to choose joy. Life has ups and downs. Life is a journey of highs and lows. Some days bring happiness, while others bring struggles. However, we must not let difficulties take away our joy. True happiness is not about having a perfect life but about learning to navigate both good and bad times with a positive mindset. In a small village, there was a wise old lady known for her unshakable happiness. A young man once asked her, "Why are you always happy, even when bad things happen?" She smiled and shared her story. She had once lived a simple yet joyful life with her husband and children. But when her husband fell ill and they couldn't afford medicine, she experienced deep sorrow. She cried for days, feeling as if her happiness had been taken from her forever. Over time, she realized something important. Pain and loss are part of life, but they don't have to define us. "I understood that sadness would not bring my husband back," she told the young man. "So I decided to focus on what I still had: my children, my health, and the beauty of everyday moments." From then on, every morning she reminded herself, "Today is a new day, and I will find something to be happy about." Even when life was difficult, she found small joys: a blooming flower, a kind word, or the laughter of a friend. She taught the young man that struggles will always come, but our response to them determines our happiness. If we let hardships consume us, we will always be sad. But if we choose to embrace both the highs and lows, we will find peace. Happiness is not about avoiding difficulties. It is about finding joy despite them. Gratitude in small things. Happiness is not always found in grand achievements or extraordinary moments. Often, it lies in the simplest things: the warmth of the sun, the beauty of a blooming flower, or a kind word from a friend. When we learn to appreciate these small blessings, our perspective on life changes, and happiness becomes a daily experience rather than a distant goal. In a quiet village, a wise old lady was known for her constant happiness. A young man, curious about her secret, asked, "How do you always stay happy?" She smiled and shared her story. Once, she had faced great sorrow when she lost her husband. At first, grief consumed her, and she believed she would never be happy again. But one day, she noticed a small flower growing outside her home. It was nothing extraordinary, yet its delicate petals and bright colors brought her a moment of joy. She realized then that happiness was not something to be chased. It was already present in the little moments around her. From that day on, she made it a habit to find something good in each day. "Maybe the sky is clear, maybe a child smiles at me, or maybe I hear a bird singing," she said. No matter how difficult life is, there is always something to be thankful for. The young man took her advice and started noticing the small joys in his own life. Over time, he felt lighter, more at peace. He realized that happiness isn't about having everything. It's about appreciating what we already have. By practicing gratitude for life's small gifts, we open our hearts to true joy. The power of perspective. Life is full of challenges, but how we choose to see them determines our happiness. If we focus only on what we've lost, sadness will consume us. But if we learn to appreciate what we still have, we can find peace even in difficult times. Happiness is not about avoiding hardships, it's about shifting our perspective. In a small village, a wise old lady was known for her unshakable happiness. One day, a young man asked her, "How do you stay happy despite all the hardships you faced?" She smiled and shared her story. When she was young, she had a loving husband and children. Though they weren't wealthy, they were happy. But one day, her husband became seriously ill, and without enough money for medicine, she lost him. It was the darkest moment of her life, and for a long time, she believed she would never feel joy again. But then, she realized something. Focusing on her loss wouldn't bring him back. She still had her children, her home, and the love of those around her. Instead of drowning in sorrow, she chose to focus on what remained. "Each morning," she said, "I remind myself of what I still have. My family, my health, the beauty of a sunrise. There is always something good." She explained that happiness is not about never experiencing loss, but about choosing to see the blessings that remain. The young man took her words to heart and started shifting his perspective. He realized that while pain is inevitable, suffering is a choice. By focusing on what we have instead of what we've lost, we open the door to lasting happiness. This too shall pass. Life is full of highs and lows. When good times come, we cherish them. But when hardships arrive, it's easy to feel like they will last forever. The truth is, nothing in life is permanent. Not joy, not pain. Even the darkest moments will pass. And by choosing to remain positive, we become stronger. In a small village, a wise old lady was known for her unwavering happiness. A young man, struggling with difficulties, asked her, "How do you stay happy even when bad things happen?" She smiled and shared her story. As a young woman, she had a loving family. But when her husband fell ill, they lacked the money for medicine, and she lost him. It was the most painful moment of her life. She cried for weeks, believing she would never be happy again. But as time passed, she realized something important. Her pain, though overwhelming, was not permanent. Slowly, life continued. Her children still needed her. The seasons still changed, and happiness, though distant, found its way back to her heart. "Everything in life passes," she told the young man. "Even our worst days are temporary. When I face hard times, I remind myself that this too shall pass. I focus on the good things I still have, and I trust that better days will come." The young man reflected on her words and began applying them to his own life. With time, he saw that his struggles, too, faded. He learned that pain is just a chapter, not the whole story. By choosing to stay strong and hopeful, he found the strength to move forward. No matter how difficult life seems, remember, this too shall pass. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is not something that simply happens to us. It is a choice we make every single day. In life, we face moments of joy as well as challenges, but the difference lies in whether we choose to dwell on the negativity or embrace the good in every situation. Consider the story of a wise old lady from a small village, known by everyone for her perpetual smile and serene outlook. Despite experiencing significant loss early in life, losing her husband during a time of great hardship, she learned that the key to moving forward was not to let sorrow define her. Instead, she made a deliberate choice each day to seek out moments of light and beauty, no matter how small they might seem. Every morning, she would look in the mirror and tell herself, "Today, I choose happiness." Whether it was the warmth of the early sun, the sound of birds singing, or a friendly nod from a neighbor, she found reasons to smile. Even on days when the weight of the past threatened to drag her down, she reminded herself that she had the power to choose her perspective. This mindset transformed her life. The villagers often wondered how she maintained such positivity despite her trials. When asked for her secret, she explained, "We can either focus on what went wrong or celebrate what is right. I choose to celebrate every blessing, however minor. Happiness is a choice, and it starts with focusing on the good. By consciously shifting her thoughts away from negative memories and towards gratitude for what she still had, she not only survived her hardships but thrived in spite of them. Her story is a powerful reminder that while we cannot control everything that happens, we can always choose to embrace the positive. In every moment, happiness is a choice. Spreading positivity. A positive mindset has the power to not only transform our own lives but also inspire and uplift those around us. The way we approach life, even in difficult circumstances, can create a ripple effect, spreading joy and hope to others. When we choose to stay positive, we not only improve our own well-being but also help others see life through a brighter lens. In a small village, there lived a wise old lady known for her constant cheerfulness, no matter the challenges she faced. One day, a young man asked her, "How do you stay so positive, even when life is difficult?" With a warm smile, she shared her secret. "Happiness is not just for me. I choose to spread it because when I do, I inspire others to do the same." She explained that after losing her husband, she could have chosen to remain in sorrow, but instead, she decided to focus on the good in her life. She woke up every morning and chose to look for something to be grateful for: a kind neighbor, a blooming flower, or the warmth of the sun. This positivity, she said, not only lifted her spirits but also spread to those around her. The villagers noticed her joy and felt inspired to look for the beauty in their own lives. Soon, the entire community became more positive, supporting one another through tough times. The young man took her advice to heart and began practicing positivity. He saw how his attitude affected those around him. His friends and family, once bogged down by negativity, began to adopt his outlook. By choosing to be positive, he realized he wasn't just transforming his own life. He was helping to transform the lives of others as well. Spreading positivity creates a chain reaction that can change the world. The more we choose to focus on the good, the more we inspire others to do the same. Together we can create a brighter, happier world for all.